The most Googled word in the US right now by far is Bitcoin. 1.9 million searches per month. I don't know why so many people are still searching Elvis. And in Disney World, Spider-Man, whatever, right? Look on the right side. Globally, Bitcoin is more than almost all the searches combined. Bitcoin is the most searched word in the US and in the world by far. And why is that? Everyone wants to opt out of their current financial situation. Everyone wants to know about Bitcoin. Even if they don't quite understand that fiat and banks are all built on a Ponzi scheme, you know what? Bitcoin is coming up from bottom. It's getting exciting once again. There's a lot of developments happening. Countries and companies and institutions are all embracing. Why would you not want to learn about Bitcoin? That's why so many people are coming in, and this next cycle will be just absolutely crazy. Look at the year-to-date performance. I mean, silver went up about 4%, respectable. Gold went up about 10%, respectable. You know what's better than respectable? Outrageous, and that is Bitcoin at plus 82%. People that have told you, watch out for another low of 10,000, well, you could thank them for not making 82% since the beginning of the year, right? Nothing outperforms Bitcoin when it starts moving. That's why I call it the best hedge against inflation. You expand out to the last 12 years or to the last 5 years, I mean, just really nothing that compares. And it will be the same thing as you stretch it out another 10 years from now. And in fact, if Bitcoin was a company, it would be the 11th largest company on the planet. It's right neck and neck with Tesla. I know a lot of you guys love Tesla. But, you know, the goal is to not beat Tesla and not beat Berkshire and Amazon and all these guys. No. The goal is to beat gold. Okay? Gold is sitting at a 13.3 trillion market cap. Okay? That means Bitcoin needs to be at around 700,000 each. 700,000 each to equal the market cap of gold. Just think about it for a second. 700,000 each. So probably not going to happen this cycle. But can it happen the next cycle? Or the one after that? It's just a matter of when, not if. Bitcoin will become more valuable than gold one day. So look forward to that. If you're looking at the greed index, yes, we are now in greed. Not very greedy, but greed, 68. Look at the flip. From last month, we were still in fear level, 33. This is why you don't ever want to give up on Bitcoin or crypto. CNBC headline news, tops 30,000 for the first time since June of 2022. Okay, almost a full year. And you know what? We got some key economic data that's going to come out later this week that may drive Bitcoin even higher. For example, tomorrow we have a key CPI inflation reading. Also on Friday, we have some more economic data about how good or not so good the U.S. economy is. It's clear what Bitcoin is doing. It's clear what the people are doing. They are buying in. And not only that, the big institutions like BlackRock and Fidelity, they are FOMOing in as well. Yesterday, I did cover about liquidations. 87% liquidations were based on the short side. I mean, you can see right here, no one really cares about shorts getting liquidated. No one likes shorters. Bitcoin, according to many, 1 year away from the halving event. With everything I've just said, people turning to Bitcoin because distrust in banks and sick of hearing about inflation, we also have this. You have a halving event, and then after the halving event, what happens? You have all-time high. It has always been like this. The very first one, right? And then you have the second one. Then you have the third one, and Bitcoin always does its thing. Now, when you zoom out like this, doesn't seem like there's much volatility, but there is. There's a lot of volatility, but Bitcoin has always played out this way, and it's going to be no different this time around. If anything, what may be different this time around is Bitcoin recovering much faster this time than before. We may not even have to wait for the halving before a new all-time high. In fact, just yesterday I covered several reasons why we may even see all-time high by the end of this year. If you notice, every single cycle, the dollar amount in Bitcoin gets much, much higher. And even the lower points get much, much higher. This is why we're in Bitcoin, because more and more people are getting involved, learning and adopting and buying and holding. But the supply of Bitcoin does not increase linearly like demand. This is the difference between Bitcoin and the US dollar and every other currency out there. Before I move on, I want to talk about privacy really quick. Are you concerned about your internet activity being monitored? Or are you concerned that centralized exchanges are tracking your location through your IP? If so, and you want to keep your activity and location private, then check out NordVPN. NordVPN helps protect your online privacy and security through their virtual private network spread across the world. Using NordVPN, you can hide your IP address, encrypt your internet connection, shielding your digital life from prying eyes like internet service providers, network administrators, crypto exchanges, and even from the government. NordVPN uses military-grade encryption and has a strict no-log policy to keep your data safe from hackers and cyber criminals. Plus, with over 5,000 servers in 59 countries, you can easily access the internet anywhere in the world while being protected. Whether you're at home or on the go, NordVPN has you covered. If you want to learn more about NordVPN, check out the URL in the description of this video. And also, we got a lot of adoption and a lot of bullishness out of Hong Kong. Hong Kong's largest virtual bank, which has actually no stores, they are getting ready to become a fiat on-ramp, off-ramp for crypto exchange. Hong Kong is going big with Web3, with crypto, which means China is kind of like saying, okay, we're ready. Longtime Bitcoiner Mike Novogratz says, this is the clearest trade right now, although he doesn't just say Bitcoin. Long gold, euro, and Bitcoin. And he believes that Bitcoin will reach 40,000 very easily, especially since we are at that time where the Fed stops raising rates and could even start cutting rates. Okay, and I've said that too. I don't believe the Powell is going to raise rates anymore. I think that's it. Where we are right now, 4.75 is pretty much done. But there's this notion that maybe he will be cutting later this year if the economic data continue to show weakness, right? So Mike Novogratz agrees, like, hey, if the Fed is about to pivot, you want to be in, because that's usually when things get wild and crazy and everyone starts, starts making boatloads of money. If you're an investor. So that's what Mike Novogratz thinks, right? But right now we know Bitcoin is just moving according to schedule. Obviously, we have economic data that shows that there's softening and weakening, which is exactly what Powell wants. That's what he wants. I'm going to stick by with what I said this morning. With banking weakness, okay, and with inflation coming down, other stuff that's happening around the world right now, I mean, there's just a lot of things at play. But I think this next FOMC meeting, we will not get another rate hike. Overall, whether you have recession or whether you have more inflation, or if you have both, how do you hedge against it? You guys know already. You hold and buy some Bitcoin. Number of Bitcoin millionaires double in 2023. And why do you think this happened? It's because people have been DCAing. People have been DCAing all the way down to 15,000. And now they have DCA'd so much back in the green. And now you have millionaires doubling, okay? That is crazy within a single year. I mean, not even a single year, 4 months of this year. 4 months. So addresses richer than 1 million, there's about 75,000. 75,000. And before, there was only about 24,000. That's an increase of 50,000, more than double within a very, very short amount of time. Why do you think this is? Well, because people are fed up. A lot of people are fed up with what's going on, right? I just got done talking about saving banks and inflation and all this stuff. People are fed up, right? And plus, people that have been in the space, the hodlers, they have been DCAing, right? So power DCA, it works. So many people tell me it works. I'm in the green now, or I'm in all-time high. You know, it happens every cycle. But on the way down, a lot of people don't want to believe that. The number of people that want to buy Bitcoin at 69,000 versus the number of people who want to buy it at 15,000, 69,000 is way higher. So think about that. That's psychology of people, right? People want to FOMO in. They don't want to DCA on the way down, but that's how you build wealth. You buy when it's low, right? You don't buy when it's at all-time high. That's why you have so many.